Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are finally getting to part 2 of my beauty report series for June and July. No, May and June. It is July. I don't even know what day or month it is anymore, apparently. Part of the reason that I am so all over the place is that I have not slept quite as much in the last 2 weeks because I have a new addition to my family that I wanted to introduce to you guys. I have shared her over on my Instagram as well, but this is Kira. She is my new puppy. She's a Cavachon. She is 11 weeks old as of yesterday, and she came home with me a week and a half-ish ago. So we have definitely been going through a bit of an adjustment period as far as sleeping and potty training. She's got a lot of things to learn, although she is picking up very quickly. She is a super sweet puppy. We are very much in love with her. She's probably grumpy that I woke her up from a nap to show you guys. She's like literally falling asleep in front of the camera, so I'm gonna let her just snuggle up on my lap for now. But yeah, it has been pretty much impossible for me to film basically up until today. We've been trying to get into a routine, so it's been a bit of a challenge trying to, puppy proof the house, get used to having a puppy, work full-time, make dinner, still do all the regular adulting things. I basically feel like in getting her, I went from like 0 to toddler literally overnight. And as a person that's never had a pet or a child before, like, I knew it was going to be a lot, but like, it's a lot. So yeah, hopefully things will get a little bit easier in the coming weeks. I've already gotten better as far as puppy proofing and having more of a space for her to kind of do her thing without my needing to like laser focus, keep my eye on her 24/7. So I am a very happy new puppy parent. If you want to follow the adventures of Kira, I couldn't help myself. I made her her own Instagram account, so that way I don't spam my other Instagram account with just pictures of dogs all day. So if you want to follow her and see what she is up to, her handle is Kira the Cavachon. I will have it linked in the description box. And yeah, on that note, we have tons of skincare and nail stuff and other fun goodies to talk about today. So let's get into the beauty report. Okay, so let's kick things off with some skincare. Now, probably at least a month or so ago, I shared my updated skincare routine for both morning and evening here on my channel. So if you missed that, I will link it for you guys up here in the cards if you want to check it out. But in that video, I did mention there were a few new products that I had just started to test out. So I've got some updated thoughts on those products to share with you guys. So first, let's talk this new CBD relief line from Derma-E. So within this collection, they launched a cleanser as well as a serum and a moisturizer. Now, CBD is supposed to have anti-inflammatory properties, so this particular line is marketed as being calming and de-stressing for your skin. It's infused with phytocannabinoids from hemp seed oil, as well as pycnogenol, aloe vera, and some different herbal extracts. Now, despite the fact that it says herbal extracts, I was actually pleasantly surprised to see that this line from Derma-E is actually truly fragrance-free. There are no fragrant essential oils in these products. They really have little to no scent to them whatsoever. So I do feel like if you have sensitive skin and that's been an issue for you with some of Derma-E's other products, they never use synthetic fragrance, but they do use essential oils in some of their products. So if that normally bothers you, that shouldn't be an issue with this particular range. There are also no artificial colorants or dyes in these products. And in general, I found the ingredients list to be pretty solid and pretty clean. So let's start out talking about the cleanser specifically. So this has 250 milligrams of CBD in the entire bottle. Now, when it comes to CBD products, you'll see this if you get CBD oil. They'll talk about the milligrams in the bottle. So it's not like per serving or per dose, but that is in the entire bottle of product. They do try to tell you exactly how much CBD you are getting, or at least I found more reputable products will actually tell you the milligram amount, which I personally like to see over products that just say they have CBD in them, but you have really no idea if it's just like a whiff of CBD or if it's actually, a substantial ingredient. Now, given that this is a cleanser, this is not going to be sitting on your skin for a prolonged period of time. I have no idea how much of a CBD benefit you're going to get from this product, but I do feel like it's a nice cleanser. It's sulfate free, it's really gentle. It's not the best at, I would say, like deep cleaning your skin. This for me is a morning cleanser. It's not something that I would necessarily recommend for taking off makeup. I don't think it's going to do a good enough job of breaking down like a lot of dirt and oil and makeup and grime. But if your skin is relatively clean, it needs like a good refresh in the morning, this is a nice way to do that and get rid of some of the excess oil and grime without leaving your skin feeling tight and stripped and dry. Then there is the serum and the moisturizer. Now these are both 500 milligram CBD products, which I'm glad they decided to boost it up a little bit for the products that are going to sit on your face all day. Now, as a person with oily skin, I'm usually a bit particular when it comes to my serums and moisturizers because I don't like anything that's super heavy, super emollient, especially during the daytime because it can leave me looking really, really shiny. But I actually found these products to be fairly lightweight and they sink into the skin really quickly. So the serum is not greasy at all. It has a nice hydrating feel to it, and then it just kind of sinks right into the skin. And then the moisturizer, this is what it looks like. It actually kind of reminds me of the, oh my goodness, what is the one I really like? What are you called? The Advanced Peptides moisturizer, that one. I feel like when you look at them in the jar, they look very, very similar, and I haven't checked the ingredients lists of the two of them side by side to see how similar they are, but I will say that this one to me I think is almost even a little bit better for oily skin because I feel like once this one soaks in and dries down, it leaves your skin not matte, but it almost leaves it with that like velvety finish. It doesn't leave it feeling sticky. It doesn't leave it feeling greasy. So if you are looking for a moisturizer that is like good to wear under makeup, if you have normal to oily skin, this one actually I found worked really well for me. I think if you were super dry, you might not feel like this is enough, especially like in the winter if your skin's super flaky, because it's not going to leave that sort of emollient feeling on your skin. Now, as far as being calming or de-stressing, I don't know that I've seen any kind of crazy visible results with my skin with these products, but generally my skin's actually been pretty happy, so I can't really say that I have a lot of irritation or redness to correct in the first place. But I can at least say that I didn't notice an increase in any irritation from using these products. My skin seemed to be relatively happy while using them. I didn't notice like an increase in oiliness or breakouts or anything weird. Like it overall seems like a pretty solid line from Derma E. I do have to say, I think it's probably one of my favorite lines that they've ever launched, just as far as being packed with some really good nourishing skin ingredients, but also leaving out potential irritants that I think could exclude a lot of people from being able to like use the products. Next, let's move on to the REFERRAL UFO 2. Now, this is something that I tested out on camera for the very first time in my skincare routine video. It is a smart mask device. This was sent to me by REFERRAL to review, but I was not paid to, talk about it or anything like that. They just sent it as a complimentary sample. And this has been a really, really interesting device to test out. It is by far the most like sophisticated, technologically advanced piece of like beauty equipment I think that I've ever owned. Now, if you want to see how this works, I would watch the video that I linked in the cards. But essentially what you do is you take off this little ring here in the back. You put the special FOREO sheet masks. So there are these little sheet masks you can buy from FOREO. You take one out of the package, you put it on your device here, you lock it in place with the ring, and then there is an app that you can install on your phone, and then you use the app to control the device. It lets you scan the barcode like that's on the back of the mask to know exactly which mask you're using. It tailors the way that it does its treatment to the actual mask, and then you basically just massage it on your skin for 90 seconds, and it's supposed to give you like an at-home spa experience. Basically, the whole shtick is that normally, you know, a sheet mask takes anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes to penetrate your skin. And because of this technology, you get those same benefits in only 90 seconds because it uses T-sonic pulsations and different color LED lights to help the serums in the mask penetrate your skin more quickly and deeper. Now, I did discover that you can turn this device on without the app. Basically, if you just press and hold the power button, you can turn it on and you can get it to go through kind of like a generic 90-second mask routine. But if you really want like the best experience, you'd want to use it with the FOREO masks because again, it will kind of specifically tailor the treatment that it's delivering to the mask that you're using and its specific benefits. Which I have to say, is pretty cool, and again is way beyond anything else that I've ever like done before in my skincare routine. So as far as the masks that I've actually tried, I've tried the Make My Day mask, which is kind of what it sounds like. It's a daily sheet mask for the morning, and then they also have a daily sheet mask for the evenings, so I've tried those as well. And then I recently just purchased a pack of the Matte Maniac masks, which these are a little bit more expensive. It's part of their like advanced collection. I think a pack of the regular day masks are $10, whereas this was $20 for 6 sheet masks. But the actual like treatments, what this little guy does with these different masks, it does vary. So with the day mask, I'm pretty sure it does red and green LEDs. It has a warming function to it along with the T-sonic pulsations. And it really does feel, I have to say, legit, super relaxing. Like it is a really nice, pleasant experience to use this device with the masks. And then this guy here, the Matte Maniac that I just tried out, this one has cryotherapy in it in addition to the heat, so it warms up and then it gets cold at the end of the treatment cycle, which I thought was really cool. So this device has the power to get warm and cool and pulsate and use LED light therapy. So while it definitely is a bit of an investment as far as skincare technology goes, I feel like this at least has a little bit more science behind it than say like a jade roller. Like those feel really nice, but this definitely is like several, steps above as far as what it can do for your skin. So long story short, do I think this device is for everybody? No, definitely not. I think this is something for your true skincare enthusiast. Like if skincare is a ritual for you, if you're someone that normally goes to get facials, if you're really into taking care of your skin, you don't mind investing money into skincare products, I do think this device works well. It's really neat. It feels lovely, and I personally have honestly been enjoying it. Especially now that I have a puppy. It's funny, I really have not had as much time to do like my full skincare routine. I'm pretty much trying to get ready as quickly as possible in the morning. So actually being able to take like 90 seconds to do a sheet mask and like feel like I pampered myself, but also not feel like I was taking, too much time, Like, this ended up being kind of a lifesaver for my sanity within the last week. While we're on the topic of expensive things, let's talk about this Drunk Elephant product. So this is the Drunk Elephant Apascioni Retinol Cream, and I was able to test this out in partnership with Sephora. I'm part of this small group community, if you will, that Sephora put together, where every month we get to try a couple different products carried at Sephora, basically in exchange for posting about it on our Instagram and sharing our honest thoughts on the products. So back in June, the product that I picked to test out was this guy right here. So I've been using it now for a month and a half-ish, and I definitely have some thoughts. Now, this is a very expensive product. All Drunk Elephant skincare is up there. I want to say that this retails for close to $80. It's like $79, I think. And for 1 ounce of product, like that's a lot. That's more than I would typically spend on a serum or like treatment type product. However, I cannot deny that my skin has visibly improved while using this product. So basically, this is a 1% retinol cream. Retinol is a like hyper concentrated form of vitamin A. And basically what it does is it speeds up your cell turnover process. So that way newer cells are coming to the surface more quickly, and it can help to reduce texture, fine lines, wrinkles, etc. At the same time, retinol does make your skin more photosensitive, so it's super important to be wearing sunscreen whenever you're using this type of product. And it has the tendency to be irritating. It can cause your skin to peel, because really when you think about it, like the older layers are kind of getting pushed to the surface more quickly, and sometimes that causes like extra dead skin to build up and need to slough off. So if you go a little too ham with this too quickly, you will notice some peeling, some redness, some dryness that can happen with retinol. It happened to me when I used a prescription strength retinol in the past, but it can be mitigated by going really slow as how you introduce this to your routine. So like you want to start out using it like once a week and then slowly increase it from there. So that is what I did with this. And there were a couple times where I think I pushed myself a little hard, like I used it a little too soon after my previous application. And I noticed when I did that, my skin was like physically sensitive to the touch. Like when I would be putting on serums, I felt like my skin felt irritated, where those serums never irritated me before. So when I backed off on using this and like gave my skin a little break, it went totally back to normal. But I will say my skin looked so good. Like after 4 weeks of using this consistently, I legitimately noticed that the texture on my skin looked better. And I do feel like it was more gentle and more nourishing on my skin than the prescription strength retinol creams that I've tried in the past. It is less strong. I'm pretty sure at one point I was using a 3% retinol, and that was kind of a lot. But I know you can get like prescription strength at 1%. So this is definitely not weak by any means. Like it's got a clinical strength to it. Like it's definitely going to deliver results. But I think it will work for a number of people and is a little bit more gentle than some of like the, strongest stuff your derm can prescribe you. So yeah, really excited that I got the chance to try this out. Really pleased with my results so far. I definitely would consider repurchasing this in the future when I run out, because I do really feel like this delivered some nice results to my skin. I am currently taking a little break from it because I want to test out a couple other skincare products, some BHA and AHA exfoliating treatments, and I don't want my skin to freak out by doing too much all at once. But if I feel like my skin is getting worse with those products instead of staying the same or getting better, I'm just gonna go back to using this because this was really excellent. And then next I've got a couple of K-beauty products. These were sent to me from Stylovana. I shared like a little mini haul in a video I did a while back. I think it was a getting ready with me video, but they had sent me a number of different skincare products to try, and I haven't gotten a chance to use all of them. Actually, one of them is one of the BHA products I just mentioned, wanting to test out and needing to take a break from this to do so. But the two that I have tried are the Sun Project Shimmer Sun Essence and this iUnique Beta Glucan Daily Moisture Cream. So first let's talk the sunscreen. So it turns out actually that Stylovana sent me the wrong product when they sent me this. They were supposed to send me another one of the sun essences. It's in a blue bottle that's supposed to be geared for people with oily skin, whereas this one is not so much. And I will say, having tested this, I think this would be better suited to someone with normal to dry skin. It just made me a little bit too greasy. Even though it says shimmer, it doesn't really have any like glittery particles in it. It's not shiny the way like, you know, the Becca backlight priming filter is. It doesn't leave any noticeable shimmer on your skin, but I do feel like it gives your skin a lot of glow, and that glow is going to kind of like peek through your foundation, more like in a dewy looking kind of way. So for me personally, I'm gonna stick to my Coats sunscreen here, the Face Prime and Protect SPF 40. This is a mineral sunscreen. I really, really like this. It's awesome as a primer under makeup. This doesn't leave me as greasy because it has more of that like Benefit Professional-esque moussey texture to it. Works well for me. I also really like the Bare Republic sunscreen. I've been wearing that on the daily recently. So all in all, this is something that just didn't work out for me. I don't think it's a bad sunscreen. Like, I didn't burn or anything while wearing this. I just didn't love the texture and didn't love the way that it worked for my skin type. This, however, I actually was pleasantly surprised by. This is a really nice lightweight moisturizer. I've worn this in the day underneath makeup, didn't have an issue with it. It's got kind of like a gel cream texture to it, where it feels almost slightly watery, but also kind of creamy, and it sinks into the skin nicely. It imparts good moisture, but it's not too heavy. I like the fact that it comes in a squeeze tube because it's more hygienic than a pot. And it's got some really nice ingredients in here. Apparently it has beta-glucan from mushrooms, Centella asiatica extract, and a complex of red fruits, which include prunes, raspberry, strawberry, peach, and punica, whatever that is. So yeah, even though this says hyper moisturizing, like I was a little hesitant to use this because it seems to be like marketed towards dry skin. I actually found it to be very oily skin friendly. So yeah, if I still have a discount code that's available from Stylovana, I will put it in the description box for you guys in case you're interested in checking out anything on their website. I will say the prices on Stylovana are so much better than the prices of a lot of the same products here in the US. Like, they carry Laneige and like the other Amore Pacific brands, and they are significantly less expensive buying them directly from Korea than they are buying them from Sephora. So if you've ever been interested in K-beauty, you've wanted to check out some of those brands, you're interested in either of these products, Stylovana is a pretty cool website, and if I have an extra code that can save you some money, I'll put it in the description box for you. Okay, so one last skincare product to talk about, and this is also a moisturizer that was sent to me from Volition Beauty. This is their Celery Green Cream Hyaluronic Acid and Peptide Moisturizer. And they actually had reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in trying any of their products, and this was the first one that came to my mind because it has stellar reviews online, and it seemed exactly like everything I would want in a moisturizer. It is a really, really lightweight, again, gel cream type moisturizer that's supposed to impart good hydration and has lots of nourishing, yummy ingredients for your skin, but it's not supposed to be too heavy. It's supposed to be really good for people with oily skin, be good under makeup, so I just wanted to give it a whirl. I also really do enjoy hyaluronic acid and peptides, especially in my skincare products. Peptides help stimulate the production of collagen. So if you are like me in your 30s or older and you're looking to try to kind of slow down the signs of aging in your skin, peptides can kind of help to plump things up and keep things looking nice and firm and perky and whatnot. So this is what the product looks like. It is ever so slightly green, and it smells kind of a little bit like celery. not gonna lie, but it does also have a light fruitiness to it. I do believe there are some essential oils in here. There is lavender and sage leaf extract, as well as cucumber and apple fruit and raspberry fruit extract. So there's a lot in here, both that is to offer the actual like nourishing benefits to your skin, but that also have some fragrant components. So again, if your skin is super, super sensitive, you maybe want to be cautious about this. I personally have had zero irritation and problem using this product. I don't think that the scent is like crazy strong, but it definitely is noticeable. But yeah, texture-wise, this is a gorgeous, very lightweight, almost like refreshing feeling moisturizer. It goes on with that kind of watery feel that just like soaks right into your skin. It feels really good on these ridiculously hot summer days. So yeah, this has definitely been like my go-to daily moisturizer. Been really enjoying it a ton. I think it's very pleasant, refreshing. It is a little expensive. I think it's like in the $50-ish price point, but it does have some decent ingredients in it. So if you are looking for a very refreshing, lightweight moisturizer to get you through the rest of the summer, this one is worth checking out in my book. All right, so as for the rest of what I have to talk about, I have one body product and then some nail stuff to show you guys. So the body product I want to talk about is this truly organic unicorn fruit whipped body butter. I talked about this in an Ulta haul video a couple of months ago. This is one of those products that I had seen on the Ulta website a long time ago and have kind of been lusting after from afar. And I finally just like bit the bullet and picked it up when it was on sale and I was like cashing in some Ulta points. And I'm really glad that I did, because this is just fun. Like, this is one of those things that makes my inner child happy. Now, I've kind of ruined what used to be a really cool, almost like perfect cupcake frosting swirl of lotion in here. But this is basically like a whipped butter textured body moisturizer. It's rainbow colored and it's all swirled in here. It's super fun. It smells like fruity cotton candy. It is very sweet. If you don't like super sweet scents, you're not gonna like this. But if you're someone that has like a sugary sweet tooth like myself and really enjoys those gourmand scents, it's pretty delicious. And the actual formula of the product is infused with all kinds of crazy good ingredients. Let's see. The base of this is shea butter and coconut oil, as well as cocoon butter, mango butter, sweet almond oil, etc., cocoa butter. Like, pretty much just straight up a blend of all different kinds of oils and butters, and then it gets into all different kinds of fruit and flower extracts that give it the pleasant scent. So it is a potent, very concentrated product, which it would kind of need to be given how teeny tiny this jar is. Like, I think if you were thinking like of a regular lotion, a container this size would probably seem more like a sample than a full-size product. But with this particular product, because of the consistency of it, you really don't need a lot. So if you see, it's almost like it's solid. It's not a regular lotion consistency. It reminds me, honestly, of like buttercream frosting, like freshly whipped buttercream frosting, because it's legitimately got like a butter texture to it. That being said, it is also quite oily. Like, it definitely is going to leave you looking a little shiny, a little greasy, because it is pretty much just a blend of straight up oils. So if you don't like that in your moisturizers, this may be a little bit much for you. But I personally don't mind. Like, after I get out of the shower, if I've just shaved and I kind of like slather down, especially my legs with this, because I have like crocodile dry legs. It's funny, I'm super oily from here up, but everything else is super dry. It's like all the oil just decided to congregate here instead of spreading itself out on the rest of my body. So for me, I don't mind putting like a really like, I don't know, oily, slippery, emollient feeling body butter all over my legs because it just makes them feel nice and kind of protected where they normally feel super rough and dry. But it does take a while for the greasiness to kind of wear off of my hands. So just a thing, may not be necessarily for everybody, but if you like more natural products, if you like the idea of using more like buttery goodness on your skin and you don't mind that kind of greasy feeling, this one definitely smells nice, it feels good, it's been fun, and I've been enjoying using it. And then there was the nail stuff. Now, of course, I am not wearing anything on my nails today. I was doing really well there for a while, but then basically since we got Kira, I have not had the time to do anything with my nails at all. But pre-Kira, I did have a nice little stint of nail polish wearing in there where I was doing manicures on a very regular basis, and I fell in love with some new polishes. So I have to say, I have apparently been being a terrible beauty influencer and have been literally living under a rock for the last several years because I did not know that Essie changed their brushes in their nail polishes. Now, way back in the day, when I first started my blog in 2013, I had a love-hate relationship with Essie. I loved their color selection. I loved their collections. I always thought they were really pretty and very enticing, but I hated, with a fiery passion, the brush in their nail polishes. Now, this is one of those things that I think, again, is a very personal preference thing, but I have pretty wide, large nail beds. So those little skinny, round brushes are a giant pain in my butt to use. No matter how careful I'm being, I feel like they always make my nail polish go on more streaky than the larger flat paddle style brushes, just because I need to do so many strokes to cover my entire nail bed. I think if you had the opposite issue, if you had really tiny nail beds, the big paddle style applicators could be too cumbersome and big and messy, so I could see why some people might not like them. But for me, the brush in the Essie polishes was annoying enough to me to make me stop buying their polishes. I decluttered all of them from my collection. I wouldn't purchase from the brand. I just wrote it off completely because I knew every time I would go out and buy one, I would kind of regret it because I would use it once and I would get really annoyed and then never want to use that color again, and I just thought it was a waste. But then a month or so ago, I was on Instagram and I saw a picture of a makeup product that someone was holding, and I was just so drawn in to the nail polish they were wearing in that particular photo. I think it was an Alamar Cosmetics promotional photo, but I could be wrong. Anyway, someone was wearing this insane hollow nail polish that was so sparkly and mesmerizing that I was just like, I need to have that. What is it? Turns out it was an Essie nail polish, which immediately broke my heart because I was just like, no, why Essie? Why you gotta be this way? Why do you gotta make me want you so bad when I know we're not good for each other? Well, in doing a little more research on the collection of this polish and just kind of checking in on Essie because I'd kind of stopped looking into the brand circa 2017. Turns out in 2018, they changed their brush to a flat paddle style brush applicator, which means for the last 2 years, I could have been enjoying Essie nail polishes, and I didn't because I thought that they had a brush that they no longer had. So with this new knowledge, I basically immediately went on the hunt to find that nail polish, and it turns out they are still carrying it online at Ulta. So I placed an order basically immediately and got that shade as well as another one from the same collection. So this one's Your Gem, and this one is Gorgeous Geodes. And let me tell you guys, they are stunning. I did share some pictures over on my Instagram stories, so if I can download them and insert it as a screenshot here, I will for you guys. But man, they are so fun, so sparkly, and I am so much happier with the new brushes. Such an easier application process for me. totally a whole new world, and now I'm worried for the sake of my wallet, because now I feel like I've reopened the door to Essie, and now I'm gonna want all of their nail polishes. Now, on the flip side, I did also pick up a while back a bunch of things from Ella and Mila, which is a cruelty-free nail polish brand that is available at Ulta. I think they may also be carried at Target as well. And I was really, really excited to try these products, to support this brand. I love supporting indie brands. It's great to shop cruelty-free when you can. And their packaging have these cute little elephants on them. So like, I don't know, I couldn't resist. It was adorable. So I ended up getting their base coat, their top coat, their quick dry drops, as well as one polish. This is the shade Sugar Puff, which is a really, really pretty pink. I do enjoy this shade a lot. Y'all know how I feel about pink. However, this unfortunately does have the dreaded skinny circle brush that drives me absolutely insane. And I did find that with this particular polish, it went on very streaky for me and was really difficult for me to apply, which honestly broke my heart because I was really rooting for this brand. So ultimately, I'm, gonna continue to try to use up the top and base coat that I bought. They seem to be decent. I feel like the wear time on them is not incredible. I still feel like the old school Nails Inc. Kensington Caviar top coat was like the best thing I ever tried. I don't know if they still make it. I feel like they have a new 45-second top coat, but I haven't tried it yet, and I don't know how it compares. But these ones, they weren't bad. They worked fine. So I'm gonna use them up. And, I'll try to, every once in a while, use this polish because I do like the color, but I don't think I'll probably go and purchase more shades from this brand just because I'm not a fan of the brush. I am, however, very pleased with the quick dry drops. These have been super handy. Now, I have tried similar things from Julep and Zoya in the past, and I feel like they're kind of all the same in how they work. But honestly, I do feel like they help as far as making your manicure dry down faster. So if you're like me and you're impatient and you just don't have time to sit and do absolutely nothing waiting for your nails to dry, these can definitely speed up the process. I also feel like they smell really delicious. It's almost, I think, like a sweet almondy kind of scent to them, and they do seem to be pretty moisturizing, so I feel like it kind of like doubles as like a cuticle treatment on top of a nail drying treatment. So yeah, these I would definitely repurchase again when they run out. All right, you guys, so that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed hearing all of my thoughts on these products. If you've tried any of these things, I always love hearing what your experience with them has been, so let us all know in the comments down below. And if you haven't tried anything, was there anything that piqued your interest? Do you have any questions? Did I leave anything out? Please let me know if there's anything you want, any extra feedback on. And if you're new here and you just recently subscribed, thank you. And I'm sorry that I basically have been like the worst YouTuber ever and have been super sporadic and all over the place with uploading my content. 2020 has been a bit of a year for all of us, I think. But I do fully intend on someday eventually having some kind of regular, normal upload schedule for you guys again. Life's just a bit of a roller coaster, and I'm just along for the ride. Anyway, on that note, I've got a very sleepy puppy that I think I need to put to bed. I need to get myself ready for bed, actually, also on that note, because it's kind of super late in the evening when I'm filming this. So I'm gonna let you guys go, but I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I really appreciate you spending some time with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.